So, since the spooky season is coming up, aka Halloween, I figured I would do a huge compilation of a bunch of scary secrets in Fallout 76 you probably didn't know about. Hope you all find this enjoyable, and if you do, consider leaving a like. Every time I say that, man, I feel like I belong on the corner. I'm just like begging for likes. You know what? I might as well just go do it.
Anyone got a spare like? Anyone got a spare like, please? Needing a spare like.
That was an old intro of mine I made a while back ago. Figured it was the perfect time to use it again, though. But yeah, seriously, though, if you do find it enjoyable, we'll consider leaving some support on this video by leaving a like and maybe even a comment. Let's get into all of these, though. Enjoy. Alright, so for this first location, it's a really creepy one. Let me go ahead and take out these wild mongrels around here, though. Alright, took them out. So this first one is going to be located up here. It's an unmarked location that you can find next to the Bull and Groob location out here, next to the compass. Over here, you can find this body that's hanging from this tree. And as you can see, there is something connected to this body as well, if you notice. It's an IV being connected to the body. Let me go ahead and get a good point of view of it. Pretty eerie, right? Well, it gets even more eerie. If we look across where this body is hanging from, you can see its limbs over here. So this person was kept alive while looking at its limbs. And keep in mind, there were some rabid mongrels around here too, so I'm assuming that's what ate the meat off of these limbs. They're just bones hanging over here. We got 2 legs and 2 arms over here. And as you can see, this body is missing 2 arms and 2 legs. There's also a note right here, and this note is gruesome, guys. It states, "Scream." Let's go ahead and read this. "Scream all you want, Jamie. No one will hear you. Now you'll finally understand just how helpless you made me feel, you disgusting psycho piece of..." Yeah. This is brutal, right? Figured I would share this location. And you can make a camp at this location, too, if you want to make some kind of, like, scary camp for Halloween coming up. Yeah, you can do that. Anyways, let's carry on to the next one. Okay, so this next one is going to be located at the Mountainside Bed and Breakfast. This was added in the Wastelanders update a while back ago, but this is something that went under the radar that a lot of players don't know about still to this day. In case you don't know, you can stay the night at Mountainside Bed and Breakfast. And how you do that is just by going inside and talking to Juliet. You can get a room for 5 caps.
Hi, welcome to the Mountainside Bed and Breakfast.
Let's go ahead and ask how much for a room.
You can stay the night for 5 caps.
5 caps, not bad, but if you have 12 and higher perception, you can ask this option right here. Let's go ahead and ask her why she seems a little bit nervous.
Keep your voice down. Cannibals have taken us hostage and are waiting for guests to rent a room. Go down to the basement and ambush them if you want to live.
I'll show you what happens with this option next time around. For now, I'm just going to be simply taking the room and showing you what happens when they barge in.
Sounds dangerous, but good luck. The room is upstairs to your right.
Thanks, miss. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep. You can hear our players snoring. It's kind of eerie just hearing the footsteps coming toward us.
I think they are asleep. Hurry up.
Let's get this over with. I'm starving. This one looks fresh.
Looks like a sucker. Should be easy pickings.
We gonna rush it on 3?
Yes. On my count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, as you can see, they come in guns blazing. What's up, buddy? I'm a bloody build. Nice to meet you guys. You gonna run from me? Am I scary? Am I scary? Alright, do not scream. We had to do this the hard way, fellas. Let's see, what do they got on them? Nothing special. Oh, I'll take that 45. Nothing special. Easy pickings, huh? Easy pickings. Boy, were you guys wrong. Alright, where's Juliet? Let's talk to her. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Some serial killer stuff going on here. Anyways, I'm tripping. Juliet's probably just in the same spot behind the counter. Yep.
I can't believe we survived. I can't believe we survived.
Yeah, nothing special once again. But I guess the little detour there led us to go check out the Cannibal's basement. Because typically that room is inaccessible. Anyways, next few secrets that can happen here is if you wake up before they barge in, you'll get some dialogue options with them. Check this out.
Shh. They are getting up.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Hello. Are you enjoying your stay?
So yeah, as you can see, you get these dialogue options. Look at the dude just turned around like, I'm not here in the background. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and check out these options. So, yes, but who are you and what are you doing at my door?
Well, we are getting very hungry. Thought we'd go for a snack. I think dinner is finally served.
And if you have the Cannibal Perk card on, you will get a secret dialogue option with them. Check this out.
Served.
So as you can see, once again, if you have the Cannibal Perk card on, you get this secret option here. I'm starting to feel a little hungry myself. Feel like I'm looking at a 3-course meal.
Oh God, they're one of us! Let's go, we gotta get out of here!
That's right.
I gotta get out of here.
Run! Run from me! What kind of escape is this, guys? Come on, I can walk and catch y'all. And they're gone. Pretty awesome. Anyways, let's talk to Juliet now and see what she has to say.
I can't believe we survived. I can't believe we survived.
So, not much. What about Hubert?
I believe we survived.
Nothing too much as well. Anyways, lastly up here, I'm going to be showing you all the 12 and higher perception option. I'll be showing you all the scenario overdoing it that way.
You can stay the night. Keep your voice down. Cannibals have taken us hostage and are waiting for guests to rent a room. Go down to the basement and ambush them if you want to live.
Roger that, Juliet.
Good luck and be safe.
Whoops. Kapow. Banger. Bang! Oh, dang it. Almost a banger. They're all dead, though. I'll be back. So, yeah, that was all of them, alright? What does Juliet say?
I can't believe we survived.
There you have it, everyone. Hopefully you found this interesting. You know, after all, Bethesda did take the time to add in all of these voice signs and all of these options for our entertainment. This next one's going to be a pretty scary secret that you may not have known about. It'll be located right over here next to Vault 76. Over here, you can find the Sickleman house. There's just some strange things happening at this place. Go ahead and give you guys a tour. You can find some dried up blood outside of the house right here. Started off. Inside here, there's not much going on. You can get some loot and whatnot from in here, though, if you want. Not much going on in here. But if we head over here on the back porch, we can find a bunch of skulls within the hot tub. Seems like whoever was here might have had the heads within the hot tub with them while he was in there or something. I don't know. This is just very strange. Just a bunch of skulls in this hot tub. And if we go below this deck, we can find something also strange. Down in here, we can find a bunch of the bodies. These corpses belong to the skulls that were in the hot tub above. At least, it makes sense. I'm not exactly for sure if the skulls in the hot tub belong to these corpses down here, but they're all headless down here, so it makes sense. Just putting 2 and 2 together. And on the wall, down in here, we can find something that states, Sickleman is here. And fun fact, this used to say Sickleman was here. The developers updated this place to make it state Sickleman is here. Pretty interesting. So yeah, the Sickleman is supposed to be an unknown serial killer that could be roaming Appalachia. At the moment though, there's no confirmation of who he or she is, but some behind the scenes of how the Sickleman even came to be in Fallout 76. As you see here from one of the developers in 5th grade, Nathan Perkypile, he wrote a series of scary stories in which Sickleman was featured as a character. His teacher was not too keen about the subject matter in these stories, and she made his parents come in to discuss what he was writing in school. However, in the end, Perkypile decided to channel the appreciation for monsters and other weird things into his eventual career as a video game artist. So yeah, he added something he made up when he was a kid. And also he made sure to add as well, in response to fan theories around Sickleman, Nathan Perkypile called any such theories an absolute load of conspiracy theory nonsense. So yeah, once again, there's no confirmation of who the Sickleman is. Either way, an interesting little secret you may not have known about. But yeah, speaking of Sickleman, there's another little secret that you might have missed that links with the unknown serial killer by speaking to Stephen Scarberry. This is an ally that you can get in your camp. If you missed this ally from the previous season, you could purchase him from the gold bullion vendor over at Foundation, the settler settlement, if you have max settler reputation. But yeah, one of his dialogue options, he actually speaks of the Sickleman. This guy has a lot of dialogue that he says, but if you ask Stephen about his pilgrimage, sometimes he will say this about the Sickleman.
Not yet. I did see something strange. Have you heard of a man with a sickle going around removing heads? Seems someone lost their mind and is seeking to take it from another.
Pretty interesting how he brings up the secret serial killer. But yeah, carrying on here though. So this next secret will be over Alpine River Cabins. This is a spooky location, and this secret will help solve the mystery behind this place. Probably would have been better if I came to this place at night to show off what all happens here. But when you come here, you will hear a woman screaming very creepily. I'll go ahead and wait for the scream. So yeah, you guys heard that right? Very strange. Also, inside the place in the cabins, they'll randomly shake. Did you just see that? It's shaking in here. The whole cabin. And if you look closely on the walls, you will find out that the picture frames will move by themselves. Okay, you guys just saw that, right? You heard the scream in the background, and the picture frames moved in this cabin. It actually happens in all of the cabins. You'll find out that they all shake, and the picture frames move within all of them. Also, something else strange is the doors will shut automatically here too. Gotta say, this would be pretty handy for our camps, having doors automatically shut. But yeah, all of this is actually happening from a terminal that's in a treehouse nearby. It's like some kind of Scooby-Doo thing happening here, where they're just scaring the people that are coming to the cabins, making people believe the place is actually haunted. And you can find the terminal by following the wires on the power poles. As you can see, there are intercoms on top of the power pole. That's where we're hearing the screams from. The screams are coming from these intercoms. But yeah, if we just follow this wire, it'll lead up to the treehouse over here. And within this treehouse, you can find this terminal, and check this out. You can control everything that we were experiencing down in the cabins. All of the haunted things that we were experiencing down at the cabins can all happen from an automated sequence on this terminal. So someone doesn't have to be here at this terminal to make the things happen down at the cabins. This is just crazy. I gotta say, in the beginning when I was first playing this game, I legitimately thought this place was haunted and we'd be able to see like a ghost at a specific time here or something. But no, everything is happening from this terminal up here, as you can see. It's just like a huge prank people were doing on the people who were staying here at these cabins for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, since we've been on the topic of, spooky little things that you might have missed in Fallout 76, this next one is going to be over the Smiling Man, otherwise known as Indrid Cold. Figured I'd keep the ball rolling here of the spooky theme. One of the locations where you can find this strange, creepy guy will be located over here. Keep in mind, he is a random encounter though, so he won't always spawn here. But here's what he says when you go and approach him and talk to him.
Yesterday, upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. Salutations! Do not be afraid. I do hope I have found you well.
There's quite a bit of dialogue options to choose from. To start off here, let's just go ahead and say nice jacket, buddy.
I am cold. You may call me Indrid. What are you called?
So yeah, we'll get even more dialogue options to choose from. Let's go ahead and just choose the option that states tell him your name.
Of course it is. The pleasure is mine. So nice to see a smiling face.
Now let's ask him, what do you want from me?
Not from you. For you. I want only happiness for you. I have been away a long time. It appears that much has changed during my absence. I have such sights to see. Perhaps you can recommend a local peculiarity.
I gotta say, this guy is one interesting character with loads of dialogue options to choose from. As you can see here, now there's even more we can talk to him about. Now let's go ahead and say this to him. You should try to find the Mothman.
An enlightened idea. I shall do just that. You have my thanks for your time and company. Before I forget, I must go. I do hope to see you again.
So yeah, that's some of the dialogue from him. As you can tell, the developers added loads of dialogue options to choose from with them. But yeah, and for those of you that are curious what happens if you go and try to kill this guy, well, here's what happens. It's actually pretty interesting.
Smile, and the whole world smiles with you.
He'll just vanish in smoke, very similar to how the Mothman vanishes. This guy is very mysterious. Also, it's good to know that the ally Stephen Scarberry, the one who worships the Mothman, has seen the Smiling Man around Appalachia too. Here's what he'll say about him.
Not yet, but I did see something strange. A very friendly man. While his personality was cold, he could not shake his smile. I feel as though we were looking for similar things.
Interesting enough, this guy is actually based off real life. He was cited a couple times by people. As you can see, here's a drawing of apparently what he looked like. He was described as possibly being an alien or associated with the CIA. Some described him like a person from the Men in Black movie. People have speculated him to be connected with the Mothman. One of the second sightings of him was around the same area and time as the Mothman came about in West Virginia. A guy named Woodrow Derenberger described coming across the Smiling Man. He mentioned how the guy came up to him and said telepathically to him that his name was Indrid Cold and he meant no harm. He told him he wanted to know more about the human race and apparently even visited Woodrow again too. Yeah, very strange and creepy. That's just a little bit about the story of the Smiling Man. I suggest looking into him sometime. This next secret that you probably didn't know is a bizarre one. The developers added a very strange detail that I haven't seen anywhere else around in the game over here on the map. It's located right next to Vault 76. You can find what seems to be a sacrifice that happened here. As you can see, you can find the skeleton that had its head chopped off, whoever was here, and there's a combat knife too right here. You can also find a few raiders around in this area too. But the strangest and unique thing about this location is this thing right here. I haven't seen a detail like this around in the game. Your screen literally gets like disoriented the closer you get to this, I don't know, this totem or whatever. If you look around it, look at what it looks like. It looks wavy. There's vines growing up out of it. And you can also find some more corpse around it too. Also, a dead cultist as well right here. There's also some random items you can loot from the cultists. But, yeah. The oddest thing is this right here. I'll go ahead and remove this Brahmin skull from it. As you can see, it's a cultist totem. But it's just so bizarre how it has like waves going around it. If you look closely at the screen. Really weird. Don't know if this has anything to do with the Interloper or not, because there are these vines that are coming up from the ground. But nonetheless, this is definitely a strange discovery in the game. And if you want, you can place your camp here too. This is an interesting spot to place your camp. You got 2 raiders that'll hang out around this area too. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this next secret. This next secret will be over something that you can discover that will help explain how the Scorched Plague started around Appalachia. If you head over to the Whitespring service entrance and head down to the Enclave bunker, which I've already explained previously in this video over how to enter this place, you will have to get through a bit of the Enclave questline to gain access to here. Once again, a video guide will be down below in the description over the entire Enclave questline if you're wanting to know how to do it. But yeah, once you're down in the bunker, you just want to head to the science wing, which just take the route that I've been taking in this video to get to the science wing. And once in here, you just want to head up to this terminal over here and then select surveillance recording entry 5.4.8. This will let you know how the Scorched Plague started. Check this out.
Whitespring, automated recording, 5.4.8. So, you're telling me we're responsible for this thing? It's what, a mutated bird? Some kind of vulture or something?
Mr. Secretary, based on the physiology, we're assuming something originating from the Chiroptera order before undergoing changes. Bats, sir. But it's not just a result of radiation, sir. The specimen was inadvertently exposed to our biochemical test last year, considered a failure at the time.
How dangerous is it?
We're still establishing that, sir. Its mere presence seems to contaminate the immediate surroundings with a...
Can we make more?
Sir?
Can we reproduce this for the purpose of additional study?
With all due respect, sir, this potentially represents a grave threat to the personnel on site. And I'm not sure if this is...
I'm not asking for concerns. I want results. Do whatever you have to do. Keep this thing, study it, and report all your findings directly to me. Are we clear? And keep it off-site. Where you found it, preferably. One of those old AMS mining complexes, yes?
Yes, sir.
And for now, let's not burden any of the officer corps with worrying about this. Understood.
So yeah, it all started by the Enclave from a bat, surprisingly. Alrighty, so up next here, I'm going to be covering the rare creature called the Owlet, as well as the rare recipe that you can get from taking out this creature. You probably haven't ever seen this creature in Fallout 76 before, because it only spawns in a few locations. One of the locations that I know of will be over at Haven Church in the Mire. You can actually find it on top of the roof of the church over here. Sometimes you may not find it, you might have to hop servers to find it, but yeah, an easy way to get up to the roof if you don't have the marsupial mutation is by taking this vine in the back of the church. You can use this to get up to the roof, and yeah, as you can see, you can find the Owlet up here. And it will move around up here, so be sure to just be looking around on the roof. Possibly use VATS to locate it a bit easier. Once again, if it's not here, just hop servers, and eventually you will find it up here on the roof. And I will mention, when you do take out the Owlet, you unlock a very rare recipe once you pick up the Owlet meat off of it. The recipe is Owlet nuggets, and it boosts your intelligence a little bit when you eat them. Another location that I know of where you can find the Owlet is over at the Deep, which is located right here. I will say it's way harder to actually find the Owlet over here alive where you can get the meats from it, because the crickets will already take it out by the time you go into the cave. But this is another location where you can find it at. Definitely a rare creature to discover in the game, and figured I would add it in this video. But yeah, let's go and move on to this next secret. So for this next one, speaking of the deep, there's actually something very strange you can find inside of this place. Once inside the place, just take the route that I take within here. You'll have to go past the dead scuba diver that you find in here. And within the water, you can find a secret passageway over here. As you can see, it looks like a dead end, but if you dive down, you can go through this secret passage. And if you keep following this, eventually you'll discover this area over here. And this is a very strange and awesome looking location. And over here, you can find this strange creature, dead or alive, I'm not exactly sure. As you can see, here's what the thing looks like. It seems like it's dead, but who knows? Oh gosh. There's some crickets over here too, be warned of that. Forgot about this. But yeah, just look at this thing. It looks like someone else was here before us too, because there's a lantern right next to it. There's stuff floating around it too if you look closely. Very strange. And I gotta say, it looks amazing in this location where you can find this thing at. The lighting around in this area is awesome. You find a lot of fever blossoms and starlight creepers around in this area. But anyways, this next secret that I wanted to share with y'all will be something else that looks like what we just seen in the deep, except it looks more grown than what we just seen. It's like that one's the baby of this one. This one's located over at the Lucky Hole Mine. I have covered this a few times in the past, but I figured I would add it into this video just because this is a very strange discovery in the game. Probably one of the strangest ones in the game. This one and the previous one I just showed you. The baby of this one or whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and try to skip past these enemies and just go straight to where this thing is. It's pretty deep down in here in the Lucky Hole Mine, hidden away. You'll see. Just take the route that I take if you want to come here for yourself and check this out. A bunch of cultists are dwelling down here. I'm just taking the long way just to make sure everyone can be able to discover this thing. So yeah, once you get to this area here, you just have to go through this tunnel system, and then you go through this hidden way right here. Instead of going this way, you go through this hidden way right here that has a bush covering it. It's very secretive. And then once you're in this secret tunnel system, you then want to go through this secret tunnel system right here, through these vines. Down here is where this thing dwells at. It's actually called the Interloper. We figured that out by a holotape that we can find over in Point Pleasant. There's this guy named Jeff Lane that heard this thing calling to him to come to it. Very bizarre. It's probably why we see all these dead bodies down around it. Maybe all these guys were called to it by the Interloper getting inside their head to come to it. But yeah, it seems like they committed suicide here too with all the jars around it. And also you can see the tentacles of this thing move too. So it's like it's still alive, just in a deep hibernation or something. Very weird. That's why I said before with the smaller one, I don't know if that thing is alive or dead or not, but yeah, this is just very strange. I had to add this one into the video. It's giant too. I mean, here's the legs of it. Anyways, next up here, I'm actually going to be getting into a few secret holotapes that you can discover that go over this being down here, the Interloper, like I mentioned before. This is how I even know that this is what this thing is called. But yeah, I even made a little cinematic that goes along with these holotapes to help tell the story of what is said during these. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. The first one you can discover over at Point Pleasant. When you get over here to Point Pleasant, you just want to head up this way, and we're going to be making our way to the top of the building. So an easy way to get up there is just by heading this way and then head up this, and then over here just take these stairs up. And this is the building you want to get on top of. Be warned, there will be plenty of cultists that will try to attack you around this area. I just took them out for the sake of recording this. But inside here, you can find a holotape that states Interloper. There will also be some rad roaches in here, so be prepared for that. But as you can see, there's a holotape in here once again called Interloper. And I'm going to go ahead and play this as well as the cinematic that I made too, to help visualize what's being said instead of just the audio. And I just like making machinima, so this was fun to put together.
There are other things in this world now that cannot be explained. The end of the world has awoken. Something. We all know the Mothman is out there, stalking and watching us. But what of the unseen? There are things we can only glimpse in our minds. Great entities beyond our comprehension. The Mothman is a creature more like us than the unknowable horrors in the peripheral vision of our subconscious minds. No longer just a false memory now. I have heard a tale of this entity made real, deep in the earth. The storyteller was mad by any reckoning, but his story, no less true. My name is Jeff Lane, and I will lay bare this Watcher. No matter how deep I must go, I will come to know the true nature of the Interloper.
Okay, so that was one holotape that you can find over the Interloper. And as you heard, Jeff Lane was going to go out to find this creature so he can study it. So he trekked all the way down here to the Lucky Hole Mine. Once in here, this next holotape that you can find by Jeff Lane over the Interloper is located right up here. It looks as if he was camping out here. As you can see, it's called The Chosen.
The Interloper is here. I can feel it clearly. Last night, in visions more real than the senses, it called to me, and I go to it now. Signs are all around that I am not the only one to hear the call, though where they have failed, I will not, for it summons me alone in the end. Before I go deeper, for the truth revealed changes all. By its very nature, let it be known, in this world, the Interloper has chosen Jeff Lane as the conduit of the unknowable. Together, the hidden reality becomes manifest at long last.
So yeah, there you have it. There's the hidden holotapes over this secretive creature that dwells at the bottom of Lucky Hole Mine. That goes by the Interloper, interestingly enough. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the visualization too over these holotapes. Put a lot of time into those a while back ago.
Every second without laughter brings us closer to death.
But anyways, now I want to get into something pretty interesting that some of you may not have known about. Around when the expeditions and stuff were coming into the game, Bethesda added this strange clown that you can sometimes find in the Whitespring Refuge. This is a really random encounter. It's a pretty rare one to come across inside of here. You can only find him when the anxious refugee is around in the Whitespring Refuge as well. They play a part with one another. But yeah, this clown is like from outer space or something. Literally, did Bethesda add this in for like a little Easter egg to killer clowns from outer space? Because, I don't know. It just speaks a whole nother language. It's so bizarre. But the people next to this clown for some reason can understand it. It's just, I don't know. This is just extremely bizarre. I'm just going to go ahead and play this little random encounter out for you guys. Check this out. What did the clown say? And why is the clown's eyes all black? Like, literally, there's no pupils on whatever this clown is. I like it how his name has quotation marks around it. Like, is this really a clown, or is this just something he goes by or something to keep him in disguise? Anyways, carrying on, after he says that, we now have two choices we can choose from to say to the partygoers. As you can see, we can say, what? Or please don't kill me, Mr. Clown. Let's go with the first one. Let's say, what?
Duh. He said, are you here for the party?
So yeah, oddly, they can understand him. I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, carrying on here, we have three choices we can choose from here. We can say, what party? Why is that clown holding a knife? Where I have to go. Let's go with the first one. What party?
We're throwing a surprise party for our friend.
We've been preparing for a month now. We got hats, a clown, everything.
Alright, now let's ask, why is that clown holding a knife?
We found a bunch of pre-war movie posters and saw the clowns always had knives.
We thought it'd be fun to try and recreate some pre-war traditions for this party. Like, surprising the guests and clowns.
Gotta say, didn't expect those kind of responses. And why are they talking for the clown? Why doesn't the clown just talk for himself? I gotta say, he's staring pretty hard at us. He's staring straight through our soul. I don't know, this is so bizarre. Anyways, let's just say now I have to go.
Please don't mention the party to anyone. We want to keep it a surprise.
Alright, now before I carry on with this random side mission encounter that you can do, I just want to see what they say if I say, please don't kill me, Mr. Clown. Let's see how they react to that.
You scared of clowns or something? He said he here for the party.
Oh, wow. Okay, now to carry on with this, what we have to do is go find the anxious refugee. Here's what he says when you find him and talk to him.
Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that!
So that's how he reacts when you go and talk to him. Let's say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have reacted like that. I'm really on edge lately. I hate surprises, and I suspect my friends are planning something for my birthday.
Only got attacked by
Maybe you could help me. Do you think you could investigate and see if they're actually planning something? All I need is a photo of the evidence.
Oh, okay. Let's say, but the whole point of a surprise is to be surprised.
From the joy of discovering new irradiated creatures to finding skeletons in fridges, I've had enough surprises for a lifetime. Out there, I don't have a choice. And here, if I can avoid being spooked, I'm going to avoid it. I just want some part of my life to feel in control.
Okay, so that's the reason why he doesn't want to be surprised. Let's just say now, sure. Any idea what to look for?
I heard rumors of a surprise party, so it's likely there are folks in the Refuge dressed for it. Please bring me a photo of the partygoers. Oh, and please don't talk to them. Just take the photo. I don't want them to know that I'm doing this.
Okay, so we know who to actually look for. That just ended the dialogue with them. Anyways, now let's go back to the partygoers that were planning the surprise for them and talk to them.
Duh. He said, are you here for the party?
Now, here we have another option available. As you can see, we can say, your guest of honor asked me to photograph your party.
They know we're throwing a surprise party? Dang it, I told you all not to talk about it in public.
Hold on. Why do they want a photo?
Now, there's a couple dialogue options that we can choose from here. Let's go with this one, though. They heard you were throwing a party and wanted proof.
Well, that defeats the purpose of a surprise party, doesn't it? How typical of them. Always ruining surprises. It's like they're scared or something.
I don't know where we are, so the surprise isn't completely ruined. What do you think we should do?
Now, there's three different choices we could choose from here. We could say have a normal party without the surprise. I'll let them know where to find you all. Or we could say pretend I never talked to you. Or we could say I'll tell your friend there isn't a party. That way, they'll be double surprised. Let's go with the first one. Have a normal party without the surprise.
You're right. The important thing is the party. The surprise isn't the fun part. It's the party.
You should probably still take them a photo so they know where to find us.
Alrighty, so now we just have to snap a picture of them and then go back and talk to the anxious refugee. We're going to be having a surpriseless party. So yeah, let's go back and talk to him.
You're back. Did you find any evidence of a surprise party?
Let's tell him now it's just a normal party. Here's a photo.
Oh, wow. This is really nice of them. I'm going to head over now. Thanks for helping me relax. I hope nothing sneaks up on you during your travels.
So I guess this is kind of like a good way to end this for him, and we get rewarded 50 caps for helping him out. This also works toward the achievement as well, where you have to help 10 random encounters in the Whitespring Refuge, which is located right here on the map, by the way. Yeah, this is just one of the random encounters that you can run into in here. But anyways, yeah, here's how it ends. Here's how the party goes.
Surprise!
Is this my party? This looks amazing. You have hats, a clown, and everything.
Happy birthday! Here's to many more years of us all making it out here in this wild wasteland.
Alright, and here's what they say when you go to talk to them after they meet up.
Thanks for helping us figure out what to do for this party.
Thanks for helping us figure out what to do for this party.
Thanks for helping me out. This made me feel better.
So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's nice that Bethesda added something extra for us to do inside the Whitespring Refuge that we can run into. And it could be something brand new to us. But yeah, I figured I'd share this since we were on the topic of clowns. Also, I did try shooting the clown and whatnot, and nothing happened. The bullets just go right through them all. Can't do any kind of damage to them. Now, some of you may realize that this clown looks familiar for those of you that have done all the Worlds of Stage quest, because during that quest, we can fight a clown named Dimples, and he looks identical to the strange clown that we find. Here's how the fight goes.
Who is that wearing my oversized shoes? You think just anyone can honk and giggle? You made me a punchline!
Oh.
I'll make you pay with your funny bone. I'll twist your neck like a balloon.
Optional. Confront the star clown.
Clowns and showmen, brace yourself for an unexpected encore. For this impersonating intruder cannot be allowed to leave unpunished. This is now an open fire venue. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit, or grab your gun and join the fun.
Shouldn't have tried me, guys. Shouldn't have tried me. Poor Dimples. I tried to go the peaceful route, but he wanted beef, so I served it to him. Yeah, pretty crazy. We literally have like a clown showdown near the end of that quest. And Dimples does resemble that clown that we can find in the Whitespring Refuge. However, we can understand what Dimples is saying. We can't understand what that clown is saying for some reason. Nonetheless, just wanted to point that out because some of you may be thinking, this clown looks familiar. And well, that's the reason why. We go against them during a quest. And if you didn't know that, well, now you know. But I gotta say, Fallout 76 has came a long way with clowns in their game from the It Easter egg, where we can find a clown holding a red balloon in the refrigerator. We can find this downstairs in the kitchen at the Whitespring Golf Club. This has been around since the get-go. And now look, there's multiple different scenarios of clowns in Fallout 76. Not just this doll in the fridge holding the red balloon, just like the red balloon we see in It. But yeah, there you have it, everyone. I know this was a long one, but I decided to jam-pack this one with a lot of secrets. Hopefully you didn't know about some of these. I'm out here though, everyone. As always, most importantly, I appreciate y'all taking the time watching and listening. Until next time, peace.